What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Hope everybody's having a great day or night whenever you're watching this. The Orlando Magic have been rolling and rolling and rolling with the punches this season. They've played exceptional basketball to this point. They lost Paolo Banchero like 5 games into the season, and Franz Wagner was going crazy, stepping up in his absence. But now Franz is down with the same injury that took out Paolo with the torn oblique. And they're 16-9 at this point in time. And anytime your team loses its 2 best players, that's bad news. Just to call it what it is, it's bad news. But I think that there could be some underlying blessings in disguise with this, because I think we're going to get to see a little bit more of certain young guys that maybe will get a little bit more opportunity to figure it out a little bit. It is a stretch of games where you're going to be severely disadvantaged. That's just what it is. But I think that you might be able to learn a thing or two and develop your guys, which could be even more lethal down the stretch of the season. It looks like Paolo's probably back in like 2 or 3 weeks, and like I'm making this video on December 7th right now, so I'm thinking like a Christmas kind of time frame for him to come back is what it's looking like. And the good news with that is they only have 5 regular season games before Christmas. So this is just me estimating when Paolo should be back, given the original time frame and he stepped onto on-court work finally. So he could be kind of right around the corner a little bit. But these 5 games, the good news is there's only 5 games. The bad news is the 5 games are all playoff teams. So there's a lot. And this is excluding NBA Cup play stuff, which if you're the Magic, who cares if you lose in that, because your best players are all gone anyway. And sure, like out of competitiveness, you want to win it, but like that might be one of those things where like the rest might be a little bit better given the situation the team's in right now. So that's the wicked part that they have to go through. These 5 games, they got to play the Suns tomorrow, which the Suns they started off hot and then they got injured. Kind of a similar story of what the Magic are dealing with, but I think the Suns are getting back healthy now. And so the Suns is a tough game. And then they're going to play the Bucks, who have been on a tear lately after Doc Rivers said that he was going to start trying when he was coaching, whatever BS that means. I'm not a Doc guy, never will be. But the Bucks have been rolling nonetheless. Then they're going to play the Thunder, who I think have a fantastic argument to be the best team in the entire NBA. I've made a ton of videos on the Thunder on my time, and I just love their roster construction. So that is a very, very tough game. And then you have the Heat, who I think are like 10-10, but always competitive. Just is what it is. And of course, then you have the Celtics, who are probably still the best team in the East. They're just loaded. And that's the end of that 5-game stretch where you get Suns, Bucks, Thunder, Heat, Celtics. That is grueling. That is grueling. And this is sad to say, but if you get 1 win there, I think that's a success. If you get 1 win in that bunch, and this is saying, Paolo comes back after those games. If he's back, then they could win a couple of these games. I wouldn't be surprised at that. But they're going to have some guys step up in the meantime, because they got to put points on the board. Somebody's got to shoot the ball, and somebody's got to hit shots. So there's a massive, massive load that is about to fall. Like it was Paolo falling onto Franz, and now it's Franz falling onto the rest of the team. And I think there's a few guys that I think we should be a little bit excited to see how they play in this stretch. Anthony Black is the first one, because Franz was basically the main ball handler. So Anthony Black, that's something that he does. So this could be an expanded opportunity for him to showcase his skills, maybe raise his percentages up, get hot, get some looks. I think he could be one of those guys. Tristan Da Silva, basically he's going to step in for Franz/Paolo and have to carry a lot of the weight that, at least positionally, that they carried. So that's going to be something to pay attention to. He's played pretty decent as a rook, in my opinion. He's not knocking the doors off or anything like that, but he's playing high. And then Jalen Suggs is going to be one that's going to get a lot more shot opportunities. He's going to be one of those guys where you're going to have to hope that he could try to get you 20 and do it efficiently. But it's not so much the shot making, it's also the shot creation. So that's why I think Anthony Black is a little more important in this, because he's going to have to be able to get guys the ball, get them open looks to try to survive down the stretch. I think KCP is one of those guys that's he's got to step his game up. He was so poor to start the season. He's kind of gotten a little bit better lately, but this is one of those stretches where like they need like a hot streak out of him. They need him to get hot at this point in time like he has in years past for other teams. So I think KCP is one of those guys that they need big time to step up. He's got to be one of the big time elevators compared to what he's done to this point. And then I think Cole Anthony, maybe. We've seen him be able to come in before and give a team 30. Like, you need a spark is really what's going to be the main thing. You need somebody that's going to be able to be a microwave and get hot. Cole Anthony's kind of the prototypical guy for that. And no, he's not the most efficient guy in the world, but you're at a point where you got to try anything. So he could be a guy that I think maybe steps it up and maybe gets a little bit more of an opportunity because, he's dwindled down over the past year or two. But that would be one I would kind of be looking at too. Let me know in the comments who you think is going to step up the most. Who do you want to step up the most? I think the consensus answer for that would probably be Anthony Black, given his draft position and just the overall value to the team. But overall, the injuries suck because they're playing so damn good in spite of injuries. And I think that if there is one team that's going to be able to at least keep games competitive while they're injured, it's probably the Magic because they defend so damn well. Like you have guys like Goga who have just been stepped up. There's like Wagner, Mo Wagner has stepped up. You're going to need, it's going to be a team effort no matter what. When you lose your two best players, it's not just one guy, it's not just two guys. It's the collective unit has to step up and do more. And they have a makeup that could do that, but it's a big stretch. It's a big stretch. And I'm just being honest. I'm very curious to see how they do over these 5 games. If they can snag a win, maybe 2 would be great. And then, you get Paolo back, and then hopefully, late January you get Franz back, or right around that All-Star break you start to get healthy and have your guys back. Because I was really looking forward to getting Paolo back with Franz playing the way he was. But it's just the way the basketball gods, the way the things shake out. It's crazy that they both have the same injury. Yeah, it's gonna be a stretch. It's gonna be tough, but there could be some blessings in this. We could get maybe Anthony Black starts to explode a little bit. Maybe we get some things out of Tristan da Silva or KCP gets hot. There's a few things that could happen here, and one of them is that they could just be bad and get blown out because that's a very normal thing to do when you're missing your best players, just to keep it even. But maybe this is a team that, because of their defense and their identity, can keep games mucky and keep themselves in it long enough to get a hot streak from a KCP where he hits 3 threes in a row and it sneaks you a win or something. There's a lot that can happen. But the injuries suck. It sucks because Franz was playing at an all-star level, and now I don't know if he's going to make it just because this is like a 4 to 6 week minimum injury with a torn oblique, depending how it heals. And right now we're December 7th, so that puts him back like middle of January at best. And that's might kill his all-star chances, which sucks. I think he was just playing amazing. But yeah, it's going to be a stretch for the Magic. I'm curious how you guys think they're going to play in this stretch. What are you kind of hopeful for? Let me know in the comments what you're thinking about the injuries and just the overall state of the team. Because I do like what they have built to this point. I think that they could survive. There are other teams that if they got hit with this, that I would say they're absolutely dead in the water. And I don't think the Magic are one of those, but we're going to see. So, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe if you like this kind of content. Please like the video. Really, really appreciate y'all for watching. But I hope the Magic can get healthy, get on fire, and just stop having these your stars go down. That would be nice to see these two guys back, 6'10" forwards that just play elite ball. It'd be nice to get that back. But they got a stretch coming, and it's going to be interesting to see. Thanks for watching. I'm done. Peace.